Good morning, Oliver. How are you today? Now, I'm going to give you the same topic that I gave Kendley, okay? I want you to be thinking about electronics. Now, this is going to be different for you because you're 13 years old, okay? So I want you to be thinking about all the electronics that you use, all the screens that you look at. And the question is, could you do without them for a week, for 7 days? Could you do that? Okay, now the first is a phone. Do you have a phone? And what do you use it for? Okay, so for example, my son is 16 and he has a phone and he uses it all day, every day. He uses it to talk to his friends. He uses it to send messages to me. He uses it to call me, to call his friends. He does use it to submit homework also, so it would be really hard for him to be without his phone. So I want you to think, do you own a phone? How do you use it? Could you do without it? Okay, those are some details that you could use for that. Okay, the next device is an iPad. Okay, I have an iPad. I use it all day, every day. I use it for teaching. I use it for grading. I use it all the time. I don't have games on it. I don't have apps on it. It's mostly for school. Okay, so my answer for that would be I could turn that off for a week. I could, Oliver. I could still teach using my textbooks and my chalkboard. I could absolutely teach school without my iPad. So, do you have an iPad or a tablet? If you do, how do you use it? And could you turn it off for 1 week? Could you go without that? Another device is a laptop or a computer. Do you use that? Now, for myself, I have a laptop computer. I do, Oliver, but I don't use it very often. I usually just use my iPad. So for me, I would have to put that detail in there that yes, I have one, but no, I don't really use it very often. So it would be very easy for Mrs. Walker to go without that for a week. It would be really easy for me to do that. So do you have a computer? How do you use it? And could you do without it for a week? Okay, then I want you to think about television, TV. Okay, what do you do with the television? Do you use it for watching shows or for video games? What do you do with the television? Could you do without it for a week? Now, for myself, the answer is pretty easy. I could do without it. I don't watch a lot of television. I don't play a lot of video games. There's a few shows, Oliver, that I like to watch with my family, but I could easily turn that off for a week. So your television, could you do without it for a week? What do you use it for? Do you play video games on there? Do you play video games at all? If you do, could you do without them for a week? So there's a lot of ways we could have really good describing details in this piece, all right? So I want you to think about it from a teenager perspective, because Kendley is going to have very different examples as a younger child than you are as a teenager. So I want you to put a lot of thought into it. Give me some great examples and details. You've been doing an awesome job, Oliver. I'm really, really impressed with what I've been seeing in your writing. So I want you to keep it up, and I'm really looking forward to reading your piece. You have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon, okay? Bye.